This is a reminder to my winners and the winners only, okay? Stop negotiating or accepting anything less than what it is that you want. Let me give you some background. So, you know, with the holidays going on and everything, this past year, I had to work on one of them. And one of the providers that's a senior leader, he decided to treat everybody to, Jimmy John's. So he sends us a Teams message and he's like, hey, send us the request that you want from the original subs. We'll order it, we'll get it. Boom. So I picked the Vito sandwich, which is like the salami, like the Italian sub, because that's what I was feeling that day. Pick that sub, whatever, time goes. So my provider reaches out and he's like, hey, they gave me one extra tuna and one less Vito, which is the sandwich that I was asking for. So I'm like, oh, okay, like, no problem. So he's like, do you want it? And I said, well, no, it's okay. And he was like, oh, tuna's good for you. It's good for the brain, trying to convince me, like, to take the sandwich. And I'm like, no, it's okay. Because in my mind, I'm like, that's not what I ordered. That's not what I had a taste for. Don't get me wrong, I love tuna too, but I didn't have a taste for that. I had a taste for the Vito sandwich, and that's what I wanted. So whatever, got something else to eat for lunch, no problem. And for me, I was just thinking in my head, I'm like, you know what? It's okay because everything works out how it's supposed to. So, and it was free too. So I'm like, how can I complain or be mad at something that was like a gift to me? You know what I'm saying? For coming to work, like, but it was what it was. Like, I'm like, somebody else can eat it, no problem. So it was like 2 days later, right? Because we had the holiday. Yeah, it was like 2 days later. We had the holiday, came back to work. I'm completely forgot about the whole sandwich incident. No problem. Like, I got leftovers from the holiday. Not tripping. So it was like it was like before lunchtime or whatever. And mind you, it was dead. It was dead that day because it was after the holiday. Like, everybody was off. So it was just me working. So the same provider comes over to my area with the Jimmy John's bag. And he was like, you know what? I couldn't even do you like that. So I went back to Jimmy John's and I got you the sandwich that you asked for. Y'all, when I tell you, I said, what? I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you did not have to do that. Like, I was cool because I was off it already. You know what I'm saying? I had accepted it for what it was. And then when I say accepted, I mean, like, I accepted that I wasn't going to be eating the sandwich that I thought I was going to be eating. But I still accepted the part that it was given as a gift. You know what I'm saying? And I was cool with that. It was something I wasn't expecting anyway. But baby, when he came through with that sandwich that I requested, I said, oh, this really does work. This really does work. Because if I would have accepted the tuna sandwich when he gave it to me, I wouldn't have gotten what I requested. And granted, it was still something extra that I wasn't expecting. But my point of it all is, when it's something that you are asking for or that you request specifically, don't take anything less than that. Period. Like, don't take anything less than that, because you're showing source you're okay with taking things that, aren't fully to your, expectation or to your requirements. But yeah, so that's my story for this morning. Stop negotiating and stop taking less than what it is that you want or you desire. Period. Always know your W due for a win. If you haven't already, check out my page, Shop the Dej Way, new merch on there. Check out the link that's in my bio and my new journal. Check out the Patreon. And I'll chat with you guys later. Bye.